Hi, what is up guys? So I'm just going to be showing you how to create this great dispersion effect inside of Photoshop, and it's fairly quick and easy to do. So let's just get straight into it. Now we're going to go to our quick selection tool and we're just going to select around our snowboarder. Okay, so I'm just going to fix up some of these edges here around the snowboard. Get rid of these here. Okay, then once we've done that, we want to go to Refine Edge. I want to add a Smart Radius, bump up the Shift Edge, and bump up the contrast. Then we want to output to a new layer. Now once that's done, we want to go back to our original layer, hide the snowboard layer on top, and then we want to go to Select, Reselect. Once we've done that, we need to go to Select again, then Modify and Expand. Now I've chosen to expand by 10 pixels. It's completely up to you what you choose. So I must have clicked on Contract. Modify, Expand. Yep. Right, then we want to right click, then go to Fill and Content Aware. Okay, so I did a pretty nice job, and there's obviously a few errors here, so we're just going to go over those with the Content Aware tool, and we're going to bring that layer back again. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a layer mask, and with the brush color to black, we're going to select I'm going to select a softer, less destructive brush. Completely up to you what kind of brush you use for this part. However, I think it just looks better with this. So what we need to do then is we need to go to our brush options here, and we need to change the angle so that the brush is actually going in the same direction that the snowboard is going in, or the motion of whatever object you're choosing to do this with. And that's fairly easy to do, so just going to close that down. And then we're just going to start painting in here with our black brush, just slowly getting rid of the edges of the snowboarder. Okay, and what we want to do then is we want to just duplicate this layer here when it lets me. Yep. And then we want to just delete the layer mask. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to scale this guy right up. So just drag him out a bit there. Drag him up. And then we want to go to Image, no not Image, sorry, Filter, Liquify. And we want to just really spread this guy out, so really fatten him up a bit, as this is what creates the dispersion effect and makes it look more realistic. Okay, so press OK when you're fairly happy with your result. Then we want to just drag this layer underneath the original. Now once we've done that, we want to go to Layer, Layer Mask, and Hide All. And now once we've done that, we can go back to our brush again. We want to change the colour to white, and making sure that you've got your layer mask selected, we can just start adding back. As you can see, this effect's a lot more adjusted. Now obviously that's an error there, which we can sort out, hopefully, by just altering that. There we go. Just scaling it down a little bit. And then what we want to do is we want to choose a more aggressive brush. So I'm going to choose this one, which creates some really nice splats, and again changing it into the direction that the snowboard is going in. Okay. I want to do the same thing again. And then we can add some more splatters. See if there's any other brushes we can use here. This should look pretty good too. It's really just to do with experimentation, this part with the brushes. It's up to you how you want it to look. Oh, this bit's a little too revealed here. So going back to our black brush again, just going to get rid of some of that. And we're going to use a more aggressive brush here. On our white, no, I think that brush will turn out very well. Use this one again. Change the angle again. Okay, and start getting that in there. There we go. That looks a lot better. And really, that is all this is about. This is just about experimentation, what looks good. But we're still not done there. I'm going to add just a little more of an effect here. Got a nice brush here, which we can use too. Again in that direction. And yeah, as I said earlier, this is all about experimentation. So right now I'm just experimenting with what looks good. Some things don't look as good as others, some things look a lot better. So it's just completely up to you and how you choose to design this. Okay, so I think that's pretty much done. And what I want to do with that layer now is we want to duplicate it. Then we want to go to right click and convert to smart object. Then we want to right click again, rasterize the layer. Then we want to go to filter, blur and motion blur. Now it's completely up to you how much motion blur you add. But you want to add enough just so you can see the motion in the object. And obviously he isn't traveling in a straight down line, diagonal line, so we want to go to transform and warp. And we want to curve this to the same kind of direction that the snowboard is actually going in. Okay, that looks pretty good. Drag that down there. And then we want to change the layer style to color dodge, which gets a really nice effect. Now we're not done there, so we want to just add a color correction. I like sienna blue on the color lookup on the new Photoshop CS6 options. And I think that looks pretty good. The brushes didn't come out quite as I'd expected, not quite like this original, but you know, as I said, all down to experimentation, all down to how you actually start it up, and then it can look pretty good once it's done. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the tutorial, and I will see you guys in another video.